What's up? I'm Taylor and I'm powerless over life, but not my reaction to life. I've been in 12-step programs for about 2 years and I've been sober since 2020. And I grew up in a type of lifestyle that addiction carries the trauma, the dysfunction, the criticism, the blame, the emotional and physical abuse, all of that stuff that comes with living an active addiction. And when I first got sober 10 years ago, I started my journey with psychiatric medications, which was a very long, painful journey. And I've been off all my meds for about a year and a half now. And I found out that I have a lot of social anxiety. I have a lot of PTSD. With the life that I've lived, it's caused me and caused my brain to overact when I go to in person 12-step meetings. I'm fine when I go to Walmart. I'm occasionally okay when I go with family. Um, I'm okay when I go to familiar environments. But the problem is, and what I figured out, you know, I've never built healthy relationships with healthy people. Everybody I have ever known has been an active addiction and very dysfunctional. So I didn't know what a healthy relationship consisted of until I started working on myself, until I started healing. And I found that in 12-step programs, and for the past 6 months, I've been forcing myself to carry an in person meeting to a women's rehab. And when I first started coming, I was very uncomfortable, had a lot of anxiety. I would have to force myself to share my experience, strength, and hope. But I held on to the belief that the more I do this, the easier and more natural it would become. If I've never worked those muscles, how can I expect to be any different than what I am if I'm not willing to grow? If I'm not willing to put myself in uncomfortable situations in a safe environment, as long as I'm physically safe and I'm still uncomfortable, if I don't force myself to do these things, I will be stuck in my house with social anxiety the rest of my life. And I recently just came out the rehab and I had to share this experience because I can walk in that rehab now and I'm okay with myself. I don't have anxiety. I feel comfortable. It's familiar now. And so my point is the only way to overcome social anxiety is to put yourself into situations that force you to grow. Growth only comes with being uncomfortable. And if we can't build up the courage to face what's uncomfortable, then we will never grow and we will always be